Hi, welcome back everyone. Today I want to show you guys how to make an April calendar. And this month's calendar I'm going to make a little bit more with more sort of pastel colors. I'm going to use some flowers. I'm going to try to use some color pencils in this version and just make the colors a little bit more muted than my March calendar. But I think I would also, on top of using the stickers that we got at Hobby Lobby, I already had some of these. These are nice. I think I'm going to put some of those in the corners. And then I'm going to add some dots. These are just little gem stickers. And again, using my same watercolor paper. The thickness is nice because it absorbs a lot of like the wetness of the markers. So this is a great version to use. They also have a multimedia paper, which is also, it also works well, but I like the texture of the watercolor paper. It has a little bit of like a roughness to it. It's not super smooth. So it helps things like both pencils, markers, and watercolors blend better together. So this one is 11 by 15 inches. So I'm just gonna pull out a sheet and start coloring. And the month of April starts with Monday being first day. So that's pretty easy. And we'll see, we'll go from there. I'm gonna actually just go ahead and make 28 squares. And again, I'm just gonna start out with, I'm gonna have a lot of flowers on the side, so April will be in the center. And again, I am just eyeing this. This is totally freehand. I'm not measuring the edges. I leave about ½ an inch of space on each edge. Or centimeter. However that looks to you. The reason I like to do this border and not go all the way to the edge is that you can then color in the edges. You know, you could have like a light pink edge or make it tan and add a little bit just more depth and interest to this calendar. So here we go. And I have my candle burning. I like this time, just take a little bit of time to myself, 45 minutes, and just have a little bit quiet moment, Zen moment. Usually I do these kinds of projects when it's nap time. So between 12 and 2 on the weekends when my son is home. By the way, when I film my cooking videos and you guys hear a lot of voiceovers, that is because I just have too much noise in the background. I'm usually cooking dinner, and dinner time can be hectic at our house because we've got the TV going, my son playing with dinosaurs, roaring and things like that. I don't really want him on camera right now, so I don't film him, and he has run into my shot before and I had to kind of edit it out or zoom in so you can't see him. Sometimes he's even hit the tripod. We've had all sorts of little mishaps, but it just makes it more fun. It's he definitely thinks it's interesting when I cook and when I'm recording it, and then I watch the footage back and he understands and he says mama and things like that, so it's really cute. But right now I kind of have to film to just edit out all the noise. Otherwise you guys would hear everything from my washing machine going, dishwasher going, lawnmower going outside. So I try to just do a voiceover. And it also helps me bring in a lot of detail information that I may actually forget or not think about while I'm actually cooking. So I think voiceovers are a great idea, but I will try to record my voice live as much as I can too. But I can really only do that when I'm the only one at home. So now I'm going to sketch out by pencil my April word. And I think I'm going to go ahead and make this a capital A. Not many people write cursive anymore, but I'm one of those people that likes cursive. I think it's really pretty, and I've even gotten awards for my handwriting in elementary school. So that's my April, and I'm going to go over it with a black Sharpie. And again, we're going to fill in with more color with our pencils and our markers. So here we go. Okay, I think I'm going to make the A a little thicker here. And that's it. And then again, I take a big eraser and I erase out the pencil. And you know what? It really doesn't rip the paper. It doesn't really do much to the paper at all, which is great, which is why I love this big eraser, not the tiny little one at the end of the pencil. That takes forever and it breaks the lid in the pencil too. Get yourself a big eraser. Let's add some stickers at this point because I kind of want to do the designs around the stickers. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to actually outline them with the Sharpie marker to give it like an interesting effect. So for $2.45, you get 2 sheets. I misspoke in my earlier video. It's actually 2 sheets for $2.45. But I think the quality of them and just the selection, as I showed you, is really awesome. If you guys like those videos, comment below. Let me know. We can go to more craft places. There's a lot of professional artist stores in my area, so I can take you on a tour there, or we can just go to more craft sections. Target actually has one. It's pretty decent. Michael's, and I mean, nowadays you can find crafts even at places like outlet stores, like I've seen crafts at Marshall's. I've seen crafts at Ross Dress for Less. And they're usually kind of where kitchen and decor is. So it's not in the kids section. Home Goods, I think, has some crafts as well. Some DIY kind of things. So yeah, let me know if you like seeing that. Tours of different stores and shopping for craft ideas. Because sometimes I get inspired to do things that I normally would not do or even think to do from watching YouTube videos or TikTok videos. So hoping that you guys get inspired by some of the things that I do or show you. Or even if you don't end up doing any of the projects, if you're just chilling, relaxing, maybe watching this video on your commute to work or back from work, or sitting, waiting on car repairs, wherever you may be, sitting, waiting at the doctor's office. This is also a video about relaxation. So just enjoy in whatever capacity. And so you see, I'm kind of not even, I don't have a plan. I'm just sticking them wherever I think they look good. These 3 I'm going to save. I'm going to use these either in a greeting card, like you could place them on the edge of the envelope, like when you seal your envelope. I can also use these in my planner, and I'll show you what the normal planner that I buy in a minute. But I'm going to save the rest of these. So you don't need to overdo it. Just do enough to where it looks right to you, right to the eye, and you don't have to use every sticker in your packet. And then this one is, what do we got here? Rose gold. So I do want to add this because I think this is such a pretty border, except that I think I already covered a lot of my corners. So I could either cut them or just maybe take the smaller pieces. Let's see. This would look, yeah, I think that'll look okay on this corner here. Again, try not to overdo this either. This is a pretty ornate design right here. I may even just do it here and here. Let me see if this tape comes off. Yeah, it came off. Okay, so I'm going to put this sticker on the edge of the black and then put the flower back. Okay, so there you go. You can just start over. And then we're going to add in some outline. So this is what I'm going to do. And this is a kind of a see-through, a little bit of a, you can see through the sticker. So if it didn't have that clear edge, it may be better because it would hide the black right here behind it. But I think from standing at a normal distance, you're not really going to see it. But this adds a fun little detail to the design. So you could do this for every single one, but I think I'm just going to do it for this one. Maybe for this one. It doesn't have to be for every single flower. You just make up your own rules. It doesn't, as you go. And these kind of look like poppies to me, which is my favorite flower. I grew up where I would see poppy fields a lot, so it's just nostalgic to me of childhood. They're a really fragile flower, but they smell so lovely in person when you're standing in front of a giant field of poppies. Okay, I guess I am coloring every pink flower. It's okay. Just do what moves you. And I'm trying to go slow, but it's kind of... I'm actually even drawing on the sticker. I mean, you guys can layer the stickers. Like, you could do this, and then in the center you could put that gemstone, which I think is what I'll do. The green flower, or it's a bluish green. So I'm going to put in my gem sticker right here at the center. Pop. And again, this kind of craft doesn't have to be a monthly calendar like I'm doing. You could do a little design like this inside your planner or journal. You could do a little design like this. If you just cut this out to like a 5x7 card, folded in half, this could be a front of a card for anything. It could be happy birthday, happy anniversary, thank you card. I think some of us have lost the art of making handmade things, but I think it's lovely, and it's a great way to preserve memories, make someone feel special. Just these stickers themselves already kind of elevated this calendar to where it kind of looks like something you could have printed or bought at a store, but we made this by hand. So this is really fun for me. So now I'm going to pick out some of my markers, and because I'm going with muted colors, I thought maybe I would use some of my highlighters. This is my little spinning pen holder, by the way. It's really cute. I'll link it below. It has little legs, and I thought maybe this design was a little too modern or contemporary, but it's actually such a cute spinning pen holder, and the size is perfect because I like certain highlighters separated here, another brand here, and then my colored pens here. These are Papermate 0.7 gel pens. They're really awesome, also fun for coloring in bright colors. So I may use a pastel pencil here, and I'm gonna maybe go around, maybe not that color. Test the color too. You can always test the color on the side of paper before you actually put it on your calendar or your project. So I'm gonna use this kind of pink, I think, and just add a little bit of color to this A. It's just looking a little sad. P. I'm kind of going around the thick edge of that each letter. There we go. So that already looks really pretty. I'm going to keep this color here because I think I'm going to use it for the days of the week. And I think for making, I want to kind of block out days of the week. Because we do have some holidays here, like Easter. So maybe this yellow. Nope. This yellow is too yellow. So maybe either this tan. The cap doesn't always look like the same as the color, so that's why I like to swatch them before I use them. I'm looking for a pink that would look really nice with this, I guess, dusty rose pink. I think it's this one. This color will look nice. So these two together, this is Mildliner. It's got a double end, so it's got a thicker end and a dotted fine end. This color Red Rouge, and this is Azure, and the color is Coral 4 or CR4. There you go. And so, like I said, Monday is the first, so that makes it easy. I'm just going to fill in days of the week up here first, and then the dates. So MON for Monday. These are actually non-bleed, so I'm actually going to write the dates first and then go over it. It should not bleed, but we'll test it and see. And because I didn't center that one, I'm going to leave the rest of them on here on the side too. And I'm going with cursive here because we started our header with cursive. Okay, and then Sunday. I don't think it fits there, so I'm going to put it right here. Okay, now coloring in. Let's see if it works. I think I'm going to do ombre. So I'm going to do a circle around, leave the center light, and I'll fill it in with our Azure marker here. Not to be confused with Azure Standard Food. Yeah, it doesn't seem to really bleed too much, but I think maybe the Dusty Rose was a little too dark because it makes it hard to see what day of the week it is. But I think we all know the days of the week pretty well at this age, right? So now I'm going to do the days of the week here in circle on this, in these corners. And this one I'm going to start color first. And make it a half circle. Or I guess technically this is a quarter circle. And then sometimes the months can actually go into your four rows. So let's say April could, like February for example, it ends on the 28th or 29th. So you may have like these 3 days. You could just color those in and not let it be part of the month. But sometimes I like to see the full week because, you know, you may have an event that's every Friday. So if you delete that Friday off of that week, it kind of looks weird. So you can also just do kind of divide and then maybe write next month here, like you would write May, and then the weeks that continue to the week. That way you have your full 4 rows. Another thing you can also do is you could do it this way and do April/May, and then you do 6 rows. So you would have 4 rows on average for April and then 2 more rows for May. That works really nice too if you're trying to do track weight loss, track calories, track an activity that's maybe more than just a month. And that way you don't have to make a calendar every 4 weeks or 3.5 weeks. You can just have 6 weeks, or double it up and just have full eight weeks, maybe like 6 weeks here and another 6 weeks. So you can kind of see your next 2 to 3 months. And then you could put something like that on your, on a wall at your office, home office or work office, or any kind of area that you use for crafting or scheduling things, or even on your fridge if you have space. So that's what I like to do. And I do know that they make digital versions of these now, and everybody can sync their calendars to it, and you can have kids' chores and things like that. But to me, I've always liked seeing this on my fridge, and I like crossing off the days and the tasks physically on the calendar. And if I ever do have to make a correction, I just use white out so that my calendar still kind of stays looking pretty without a bunch of scratches on it. So you could do, you know, chores here. You know, if you have a chore every day, or every week trash day, you can write, you know, your child's name there, or whoever is responsible for it in your house. You could do, if you have activities, you got soccer here, soccer, and then child's name, tumbling, child's name, and you can have everything for the full month right now here. And I just think visually it looks really pretty. So that's why I do them by hand. And plus, it is kind of like a drawing project for me. And if you're wondering if I actually scan these in or sell them or anything like that, no, I don't do that. This is just for me to have on my fridge. I usually throw them out, but I think now that I'm actually recording this and I'm making more intricate designs, I think I might start saving them just for memory's sake, and just have a big binder, you know, just so that I can see, oh, these are the activities we did in May and April of it's such and such year. So I think I'm going to start actually saving them and not just throwing them out. And sure, eventually this could be scanned in and made into like a PDF version, and then it could be printable. maybe that's something I might do down the line, but right now I just enjoy doing this. I do know a lot of crafters and a lot of people on Etsy and those types of sites and Pinterest sell those types of crafts or sell certain templates, not even for a very large fee, but just, you know, they're making a business out of it. And I think that's really interesting and neat. We're missing 2 days in April here because April ends on the 30th. So you could add 29th and 30th, you know, maybe down here. I'm not going to do that because I know that in May I'm just going to start the week off with those 2 April days. But you can kind of pick for yourself. And then another thing you could have done, or we could have done, is I could have made the calendar portion shorter and left all of this blank. And then here you could actually add in something like kind of like this, like a grocery list. So like a big page like that. And then you could have your grocery list there as well, or any other items that you might want to get at the store. And I like having it on the fridge because just right when you're thinking of the thing that you're out of, whether it's a spice or something in your fridge or something in your pantry, you write it down right there. And I love that it's right next to the fridge. You don't need to go get your phone or write it down on some other piece of paper or into a planner. You just write it right here on your fridge, and then either pull off that piece of paper, you can make it, you know, pull off, or just take a picture of your calendar. So that's another little tip. And then here's where you would actually fill in events. So instead of events, what I had an idea to show you is you could highlight your events, either appointments or just things to do, with kind of just a basic line like this. This is what I'm going to do. But this makes it a little bit more decorative than just, and you could use a ruler, but I'm not going to. And this is where I'm going to write what my meals are going to be. And like for me right now, this is just a guesstimate. Sometimes I switch it around. I don't cook it on the day that I actually have it on my calendar. Not a big deal. But just showing you how you can write your meals here, or activities. Maybe you have a fitness appointment schedule, like you're going to the gym, and then maybe another day you're going to do Pilates, and maybe another day you're doing cardio bar at a studio. So you could make it like that. You could do a second event, just do it in a different color. So for example, for me, trash day is always Thursday at my house, so I'm going to mark it here, because if I don't write it here and I don't see it in the morning, I usually forget. We sometimes forget to roll out the trash. So you can put your trash day here so you don't miss your trash pickup at your house or wherever you live. And I usually also, major doctor appointments, I put those on the calendar as well. But on the weekends, we're kind of flexible. I don't have a lot at the moment scheduled on the weekends. So in general, it's kind of either like story time at our local library, or it's, you know, either an indoor or an outdoor playground or park, depending on weather. But right now we're not doing any scheduled activities, so we just kind of take it week by week. And I noticed by looking at the calendar that Easter actually falls on the 31st of March. So it's not even going to be part of this calendar. So I don't really have any other holidays to mark. But if there were holidays, you could do like a bright yellow and just to mark like an important day. Or maybe you have X amount of days that are your vacation days. You can mark that on your calendar too. So it's just easy to see on your calendar, hey, I have some free time here, or this is an event that's happening. You can mark it in a bright color if you want to, or highlight it, you know, any other way. And so here I'm going to add in my sort of just my meals for the week. So chicken soup. And I do like to make my chicken soup in the crock pot now. I do like to make chicken fried rice. I wish I had a wok. I don't have a wok, but I do have a large enough pan to stir it all together. And that's always a favorite at our house. And then crock pot beef stew. Let me know if you guys want me to share that recipe. It's so easy, but it's so good, and the meat ends up so tender. And you can also play around with the vegetables, but the classic vegetables in a beef stew are potato, carrot, and onion, and it's just also really tasty. In a crock pot, I'm gonna put a check mark here so that we know we did it. We took out the trash. Tacos and guac. I'm gonna make more Mexican recipes. That's one of our favorite foods to eat, is anything Mexican. So, and I especially like spicy Mexican food. So I'm gonna show you some versions of what I make. And then here I'm gonna do roasted chicken. This is gonna be me making a roasted whole chicken in the oven. And I've also perfected my own recipe over the years. I have the right temperature and the right amount of times. That's a recipe you cannot stick and go. You have to keep checking on it and basting it every 20-30 minutes. But believe me, it's worth it. It's such a great recipe. And even if you don't eat the full chicken at the end, you can still chop it up and reuse in so many other ways. You know, you could save some for your tacos and your taquitos. You could save some to turn into your chicken fried rice the following week. Put it in a soup, put it in a stew, make a chicken salad out of it for cold sandwiches. It's just also so versatile. And it's also a one pot meal because I put potatoes and carrots on the bottom and they cook inside the sort of the oil and the butter that's released from the chicken and then the juices. So it's absolutely delicious. And I make it with herbe de Provence, and so those are French herbs. They are also amazing. It just makes your whole kitchen smell amazing. And that's definitely a Sunday kind of meal because you have to be at home. You have to watch the oven to make this taste good. So, but it's worth it. So that is it. I got pretty chatty with you guys, but I hope you like this. I think this looks so pretty. I'm excited to put this on my fridge. And like I said, I'm going to start saving these and putting them in like a little booklet / binder and keep it kind of as a memory and a keepsake for myself. And try not to make dirtied up and things like that. Just try to keep it clean. Not write too many notes and write just all in black just to keep it looking clean. But I love how this turned out. Let me know what you guys think. Hi, I had to end the video abruptly and I didn't get a chance to show you the planner and the stickers for the planner. My iPhone actually stopped recording at a certain point. I will also film the planner, the stickers, and some other crafts in a separate video. I'll re-record some of it, and I hope you guys like seeing these types of videos, doing calendars. Let me know if you want any other fun crafts. I'm planning to do some Easter crafts as well on my channel. So I hope you like this format, just being chatty. Not a lot of music in the background, just chatting and drawing and sketching. So I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.